Today we are exploring a paradox that is as old as time, yet remains forever relevant. The notion that women always claim to want a good guy, but often find themselves drawn to the captivating allure of the bad guy. In this lively discussion, we peel away the layers of modern relationships to uncover the humorous contradictions at play when declared ideals collide with real-life choices. We will delve into the world of dating expectations, analyzing how intentions and outcomes sometimes engage in a quirky dance that leaves us both amused and perplexed. While our exploration is rooted in common observations, it serves as a playful tribute to the unpredictability of romance. In examining these trends, we shine a tongue-in-cheek light on how the pursuit of excitement often trumps the search for reliability. With jokes, satirical commentary, and pop culture references woven throughout our narrative, we invite you to experience the irony and fun behind these everyday relationship dynamics. So, get ready to unravel a peculiar mystery, a humorous look at how our romantic decisions sometimes defy logic and lead to unexpectedly funny outcomes in love. Enjoy every moment as we laugh through the unpredictable world of modern relationships with gusto. Before diving deeper, it is important to define what is meant by the good guy and the bad guy in our discussion. The good guy is often depicted as dependable, caring, respectful, and reliable, a man who listens, communicates openly, and always plays by the rules. He is the one who would remember your birthday, pay attention to the little details, and is always available when you need him. His actions consistently affirm his commitment to nurturing a healthy relationship, making him the ideal that many articulate but rarely seem to pursue in practice. On the other hand, the bad guy is defined by a rebellious edge, a sense of mystery, and occasionally a knack for ignoring societal expectations. He may not be the one to hand you a bouquet of roses, but he offers an alluring unpredictability that can make even the most stable romance seem dull by comparison. The bad guy often comes off as exciting, a bit dangerous, and refreshingly spontaneous. This archetype is often portrayed in movies and TV shows as the charming renegade who defies convention and lives on the edge. In our everyday lives, however, this image is romanticized by pop culture, making him appear irresistibly attractive despite his apparent flaws. While both archetypes carry their own sets of advantages and drawbacks, the contrast between them frequently sets the stage for the most baffling and amusing relationship dynamics. Today, we examine these definitions not with judgment, but with a humorous perspective on how our romantic ideals are sometimes lost in translation. Ultimately, these archetypal labels serve as shorthand for the traits we admire, even though real-life relationships are much more complex. We accept that every person is a mix of qualities, yet for humor, these caricatures capture our collective observations. This, undeniably, sparks entertaining debates. At first glance, the pattern seems baffling. Many women express a desire for someone kind, stable, and committed, yet the romantic narrative often unfolds with the mysterious and unpredictable figure. This apparent contradiction has sparked countless discussions and debates, prompting us to question whether the allure of danger and excitement consistently outweighs the promise of security and reliability. One theory suggests that the unpredictability associated with the bad guy injects a sense of adventure that the steadfast nature of the good guy simply cannot match. In many cases, the bad guy represents a break from the mundane, a symbol of rebellion against conventional expectations, offering a temporary escape from daily routines and predictable interactions. His nonconformity becomes a refreshing change that challenges the status quo, making even the most sensible individuals reconsider what they truly desire in a relationship. Some argue that this attraction to the rebellious spirit is ingrained in our cultural storytelling, where anti-heroes are glorified and structured, cautious behavior is seen as less exciting. Furthermore, the blend of mystery and a touch of danger can create an emotional roller coaster that amplifies the intensity of romantic connections, even if only temporarily. We must also consider that social narratives and popular media often romanticize the tension and unpredictability of such relationships, reinforcing the idea that passion and drama are essential ingredients for true love. Despite acknowledging the benefits of a kind and dependable partner, there remains an undeniable fascination with characters who defy expectations. Whether it is the thrill of an uncertain outcome or the dramatic twists that seem to accompany a glimpse of danger, the chosen path in these complex relationship dynamics is often paved with the enchanting unpredictability that the bad guy embodies. Ultimately, this exploration reveals that the choice often reflects more about societal ideals and personal fantasies than about rational decision-making. Moreover, the thrill associated with risk sometimes creates a feedback loop where initial excitement blinds us to potential difficulties. This phenomenon, fueled by cultural myth and seated desire for unpredictability, invites us to continually question our true motives in matters of the heart, indeed profoundly. Throughout popular culture, the duality of the good guy and the bad guy has been a recurring theme in films, television series, and literature. Iconic characters such as James Bond, with his suave charm and dangerous exploits, and the unpredictable anti-hero from a trendy TV drama have set a benchmark for what many perceive as alluring rebellion. In numerous romantic comedies, the seemingly unattainable bad guy is portrayed as the catalyst for dramatic and often humorous plot twists that challenge the predictable narrative of the reliable partner. Consider the archetype of the brooding, leather-jacketed figure whose mysterious past is neatly veiled by nonchalant bad boy swagger. This character, seen in countless movies, tends to invoke both exasperation and fascination among audiences, who find themselves laughing at the absurdity of embracing chaos for the promise of excitement. Similarly, literature is replete with tales of damsels falling not for the virtuous, dependable knight, but for a charming rogue with a troubled history. Such portrayals have permeated modern storytelling, where dating apps and social media further dramatize these relationships with a mix of satire and reality TV flair. Memes and viral clips often exaggerate the irony, women sharing anecdotes about being swept off their feet by a man with a mischievous glint, only to lament when his unpredictable nature upends every expectation. This trend is highlighted through humorous parodies that mimic classic movie scenes, where the bad guy's disheveled charm and brash attitude become both a selling point and a source of comic relief. A popular internet joke plays on the idea that if the good guy were as exciting as his counterpart, he'd be featured in blockbuster films. Digital sketches often illustrate absurd comparisons. One scene shows a dependable man meticulously organizing his sock drawer, while another depicts a disorganized rebel juggling fiery torches with a wry smile. These cultural references serve to underline the inherent contradictions in our romantic ideals. They remind us with a wink and a nod that sometimes our hearts are swayed more by the thrill of unpredictability than by a promise of constant harmony, making the journey of love as entertaining as any well-scripted drama. These moments in cinema and online humor remind us that reality often blurs the line between fantasy and genuine emotion. Every exaggerated scenario serves as a playful nudge, urging us to laugh at love's inherent contradictions and unexpected twists. Indeed, we all giggle. Imagine a scene in a small coffee shop where two friends, Alex and Jamie, engage in a lively debate about their past dating experiences. Alex, ever the voice of reason, describes a relationship with a man who seemed to personify the good guy, reliable, kind, and always punctual. In contrast, Jamie recalls a whirlwind romance with a mysterious and slightly rebellious character whose unpredictable actions kept everyone on their toes. The scene unfolds with Alex detailing how his former partner not only remembered every special occasion, but also took time to plan thoughtful surprises. Jamie, however, dramatically recounts how her ex would spontaneously cancel plans, leaving her in a state of bewildered excitement. Their dialogue is punctuated with humorous exaggerations. Alex mimics the stiff, formal tone of his ex with comedic precision, while Jamie performs a mock reenactment of her chaotic dates, complete with exaggerated facial expressions and over-the-top gestures. The skit shifts between their contrasting experiences, using alternating close-ups to emphasize the different energies. Alex's calm, measured words versus Jamie's animated bursts of passion and frustration. As the two friends banter, they draw parallels between their stories, suggesting that the so-called bad guy might simply be a misunderstood free spirit. Their roleplay not only highlights the absurdity of strictly defined dating archetypes, but also reflects on how personal perception colors every romantic experience. In a final twist, both characters agree that despite the drawbacks, a bit of unpredictability can sometimes infuse life with much-needed excitement. The scene wraps up with them laughing at the irony of choosing partners who defy expectations, leaving the audience with an endearing reminder that love is as unpredictable as it is entertaining. And so, through laughter and playful mimicry, our skit demonstrates that even in chaos, there is beauty, humor, and heartfelt connection. To wrap up our playful exploration, we revisit the central idea. While many express a preference for the nurturing, reliable good guy, the magnetic pull of a rebellious, unpredictable character often steals the spotlight. Our journey through cultural references, personal anecdotes, and humorous role-play reveals that the dynamics of attraction are more complex and entertaining than simple labels suggest. We have examined how media, social expectations, and the desire for a touch of chaos consistently challenge the conventional definitions of love and commitment. Although the reality of relationships may blur these distinctions, our lighthearted analysis encourages everyone to appreciate the quirks and unexpected twists in their romantic adventures. In the end, it is this blend of idealism and unpredictability that adds spice to life. By laughing at these contradictions, we open the door to a genuine understanding of our heart's desires, celebrating the imperfect yet fascinating nature of love.